Hey y'all, I'm back with the Backyard Football Online League. Once again, we've got Charguyder and the Bengals up against Ferbletcher and the Bills. And we're in the snow today, so we've got the kickoff. The Bills are kicking off here. Dimitri with a big kick, and that's going to go out the back of the end zone. They're going to start the ball at the 20-yard line for the Bengals as they go on offense. Charguyder and Ferbletcher are two top players in this league. We'll see what they have cooked up with their playbooks today. Dante Robinson is the quarterback for today for the Bengals. And we got Ahmed at running back and Annie and Pablo at receiver. Dante's going to roll out here early. Gets past Jocinda. Jocinda's looking a little slow there, but Pete comes by and Dante wisely steps out of bounds to avoid the fumble. In the snow, you're just way more likely to fumble, as we all know. It's second down and 9 for Charguyder. It's 20 yards per first down, so that's halfway there to first down. Good first play. We're going to see another rollout here. Jocinda's tracking. Dimitri has already locked up two players, made them completely frozen in the snow by pressing them, and then they get kind of just get locked in their place. If you can do man-to-man coverage, and they call it it's like pressing. I don't know. Lock them up. Now we've got 3rd and 9 now. Dante's back in the shotgun with, looks like he's going to blitz at first and then just leaves Ahmed wide open. A very suspect play there from the Bills, leaving Ahmed wide open. That's a first down. And he's keeping the drive alive. See how the Bills react to that. They got one single safety deep. And they've got two down linemen. So that's Pete coming in. Pete gets blocked. Jocinda's just standing there. That's a bomb to Annie Frazier. Tight coverage by Dimitri, but still makes the catch. That is a first down. And they're still moving with halfway through the first quarter. A star formation, or I guess, I don't know, an X formation, maybe you call this, from the defense. Justin is going to come up and blitz a little bit, but faking it, and it's got a double blitz with the two fastest players on the team. But Pablo finds space in the middle of the field, and they get checked down for about a gain of 4 yards, but second and goal on the 12. Charguyder looking through the playbook. See what they're going to run here. All right, we got that Hocus Pocus formation. Got one receiver down. He's going to fake like he's blitzing with Dimitri, and he's going to block two players, but Annie sneaks out from that tight end spot. Slips up field into the end zone, and they've got to score. Annie Frazier's dancing. That's a touchdown. That was a long drive there from Charguyder. Almost ate up the entire first quarter. It is going to be a slow game due to the snow, and they're going to be, looks like Ferb's blitzing. 3 blitz here. Reese and Dimitri covering this south side of the field. Frazier was wide open, but Pablo with the catch anyways. And it's 8-0, and here's the kickoff with Annie. Annie's going to kick it a little bit short to Pete here. Pete's got speed. In the snow, he's a little slowed down. We'll see how this works for him. He's going to get to the edge here and get out of bounds at just before the 40-yard line. So a good return on a pretty soft kick. First down and 20 for Ferbletcher and the Bills. We'll see what they come out on their offensive side. They've got 3 down linemen with 1 wide receiver. Looks like everyone's splitting out wide with Reese up the middle, but he's got Steve Young, who just can't hold on to it. Now we're stuck here at 2nd and 20 after that drop by Steve Young. He does drop the ball occasionally, and he does fumble, and he can't tackle very well, that's Steve Young, but he is fast. We've got trips down at the bottom. Pete's the quarterback. He's going to try and run down. There's 2 guys rushing Ahmed and Dante, and it forces Pete to throw the ball and he throws it a little bit too far out of reach to, I think, Mikey Thomas there, who was extremely slow, so he could only get slower. We've got nobody. Oh, we've got two rush. Pablo's sitting there freezing players in the field, and Achman makes the tackle. I think that play, they just had it covered. Pablo was covering almost every player on that one, and Ferb just has to take the sack. He's going to punt it away. Pablo's back deep. Dimitri's a little bit frozen there for some reason. And Pablo picks it up. He's got space. Mikey's a little bit too slow, trying to make an angle, but Dante with a great block. And Jocinda's chasing. Pablo's got a chance. Oh, cuts it upfield, but Jocinda with a good tackle. She's a sure tackler. She might not have the speed, but she definitely can tackle well. And they've got great field position here. The punt almost entirely negated, and they're at the 28-yard line. With Dante rolling back down south. He sees some space. He's got just enough space away from Jocinda to get a healthy gain of about 12 on the ground. So a good running play there from Charguyder. Second down and short for the Bengals. It looks like they're gonna blitz on the edges again, and Jocinda's gonna be covering the middle. We're gonna see, Pete breaks off his route and starts just following random players, but left wide open is Annie, who hits it off of her head, and Reese with the interception, right in the right place, right time. He's going downfield. There's 10 seconds left in the half, 9 seconds left, so they don't have a lot of time to take advantage of this turnover, the Bills, but yeah, definitely enough time to get in field goal range, and if they get a really big play, they could score. So we'll see how that turns out. Well, what's going to happen here, but looks like they've got the same formation again with Pete, and so Pablo's going to blitz on the edge. Pete's got to run backwards, throws it to Mikey, and that's off his head. Almost better that he drops it because he is so slow, he's not going to be able to get many yards downfield. So now we're at second 20 with 4 seconds left. Ferb's going to call timeout, probably make some changes on offense. I'm guessing to move Mikey to line so that he can get a deep pass. Maybe he's probably going to put Pete in a receiving position so that he could try and get a pass over the top. We'll see what they do. I don't think there was any changes there from Charguyder, really. But he's sticking with that Pablo at the running back position for now. Pablo's been not doing much on offense today. Kind of been body blocked by Dimitri pretty often. But we've got 4 seconds here. Last play of the half, and we got trips to the south, so that's more than likely going to be just a bunch trips play. Dimitri knocks over a player. Oh, Pete's running around. I don't think he's going to be able to see downfield, so he's going to have to run this. So he's just wasting time basically to try and get his players as far down as possible, and throws it to Steve, and then he got a gain of about 10, but that's the end of the half. I don't know what that play was about, but the Bills are being absolutely stunted on offense, only 7 total yards, and the Bengals have a pretty healthy mix here of pass and run, 76 passing yards, 22 rushing yards, but one turnover there cost them some points there at the end of the half, and the Bills, I believe, will get the ball after halftime. Yes, so Charguyder's kicking it off here. The Bills only down by 8, so this is a 1-score game still, and 2-point conversions are pretty easy to make in this game. So that's 8 points isn't crazy. I think people make about 75 to 80% of their 2-point conversions. Jocinda just doesn't want to pick it up, which is smart. Pete gets it. He's going to try and work around the edge here. He's going to cut up field and get tackled by Annie at the 33-yard line. 1st and 20. Ferb has the ball. Charguyder is looking like he's going to blitz the edges here. Pablo's going to come up and cover Reese, but we see a running play, a pretty rare running play from Ferbletcher, first one of the game, I think. And he's going to pick up 9 yards on the play. So they've reached their first half yardage total in one play there. we'll see if he goes back to that. With a Steve Pete backfield, that's pretty fast, so I don't know what Charguyder will do against that, but he's blitzing everyone, and that was definitely a mistake. So Pete throws it over to Reese, and Steve gets a little block, and Dante by himself pretty much saves the day there and gets the tackle. We've got a 1st and 20 now on the Bengals side of the field. We've got the 3 on the line with 1 wide receiver as Reese. Pete back to pass. Everyone's splitting up, and we got the wheel route from Steve Young, who manages to make the catch while being accosted by Pablo. Just makes the catch in the last second of being blocked there. And that was huge. It's 2nd and 1 on the 25. And we're going to see what they choose to do here. We'll see if they just run it to get the first down, or if they're going to try and take a shot at the end zone. Looks like they're going to hike it and accidentally press the ball forward. I think they're intending to run down the middle with Pete, but unfortunately they must have clicked past the line of scrimmage because the middle is wide open if you can do it correctly. Looks like they're going to check it down to Steve, who drops it. So pretty disastrous 2 downs there. 4th and 1. They're definitely going to go for it here. And we have Charguyder, who's going to be doing that same play, blitzing the 2 edges on the 5-man defense, the X defense or the star. I don't know what you'd want to call it. 2-1-2. Pete's rolling out, passes it a double pass or a pitch pass, halfback toss pass to Mikey, and they've got the first down. That was a little trickery to get that first down. That's a great play by Ferbletcher. Good execution. And we're going to see the drive continue. The 3rd quarter has almost entirely been eaten up on this drive. Got Pete running down south here. Going to get to the edge, waiting for people to get open, but I think he's just, he's going to chuck it to Steve, who drops it. He had a running lane, but opted to go for Steve Young, who cannot catch the ball today in the snow. Looks like we're seeing that blitz on the edges again with the Pete. I guess that's the way to go with Pete versus Pete. I haven't seen him try to take advantage of that by just running up the middle, but the end of the 3rd quarter there, 3rd and goal. I guess people are trying to, it's not great to run the ball all the time in the snow. You might fumble it, so maybe that's what he's thinking with trying to make sure to just pass it. But Ferbletcher here, 3rd and goal, a tough 3rd and goal. Going to need 10 yards, rolling out, pitches it to Steve, and they do the same thing again, but cannot connect with Mikey. Mikey cannot get the catch. Well executed, but Steve just did not throw that on target. And so we have 4th and goal, and Ferbletcher needs to score this one. Although there's an entire quarter left, the quarters go by fast. It would be tough to get the ball back and score again. Ferb thinking about what play to choose. Still thinking. He's got trips. Pablo's running over to help cover. Pete's got no one there, but he's not going to risk it. It's Pete versus Pablo in a showdown right now. Dante's running over. He goes. That was unfortunate play there, but touchdown from the Bills. They're going to need that 2-point conversion. Pete was very patient there. Very patient, waiting for Mikey to get open. Dante was just standing there doing nothing. So a great little play there from Ferb to get that score. So we're going to see this 2-point conversion. Let's see if he's got a different play here for the 2-point conversion. He's going to roll out. He's got a flood over on that side. And he's going to just run it in with Pete. Billie Jean can't catch him. Pete's going to take that 2-point conversion. Pete's showing his legs finally. Getting some production out of that. And we're going to see a kickoff here. 45 seconds left. And Charguyder only needs a field goal. It's tough to kick in the snow. But we'll see how many, if he can make it downfield. A terrible bounce. Oh my gosh. Dimitri His kick had a horrible bounce there. Reese taking a good angle, and Mikey coming to finish the job with that tackle. 35 seconds left, so 10 seconds already taken off the clock from that kickoff. Ball on the 39. This is the hike it through Pablo formation. Pablo's going out to pat. Nobody picked up Pablo. Pablo's wide open, and he overthrows him. Got nervous. There was so much extra space there, and a bad throw. And we are at 2nd and 20. Charguyder misses Pablo. We've got 2nd down and 20. Dante back to pass. Lots of time. Looks like Pablo got held up, but Ahmed breaks free of Dimitri and makes a 13-yard gain there on that play. There's 19 seconds left, and they're on their own 45. They're going to need about 15 to 20 more yards if they want to attempt a field goal. 3rd and 4. Steve's showing blitz on the edge. Goes ahead and blocks a player first and comes in and is chasing Dante for the sack. Wow, Ferbletcher, amazing defensive play with Steve Young to get the body block, get him running around the defensive lineman, and then sacking Dante, who is pretty fast. So what a play by Steve Young. We've got 4th and 7. This might be, I don't know, this game could end in a tie, I guess. They're on their own 42-yard line, 4th and 7. Are they going to punt it away, or are they going to go for it? I think they have to punt it, right? Oh my gosh, they're going for it. They need to get yards here. If they don't, that leaves a field goal opportunity for Ferb. Throwing it deep to Pablo. Pablo catches it, and he is off, and he's going to score a touchdown. Game winner on this one. They needed to stop him from getting the 1st down, so they were a little bit soft over the top, and Charguyder takes advantage of that, chucks it up to Pablo, and they win the game 14-8. They'll probably make him kick the extra point. We'll see about that. What comes of that? Yeah, they're gonna go for 2. I guess going for 2 makes sense since you want the point differential in the season. It does make a difference for tiebreakers. So we'll see if they can convert. Dante in the shotgun. 1 wide receiver at the top. Looks like Pablo's running the wheel route, and Annie finds some space in the middle of the field, wide open. That is 2 points, and that is the game. 16-8. The Bengals and Charguyder take the win. They had 151 passing yards, 22 rushing yards, and a turnover. The Bills with 81 total yards, 68 passing, 13 rushing. So similar spread there from passing, rushing, mostly passing today from both teams. That was a great one. Thanks for tuning in. And if you like the Backyard Football online games, just let me know. We'll run some more of those, and I'll show them to you guys. They're pretty intense. And if you want to join any of the leagues, just join the Discord. Backyard Sports Online, backyardsports.online, website, and like and subscribe. Bye-bye.